the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears on Thursday night.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs of breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the punter, Trenton Gill, now to do the honors, and off we go here at Soldier Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the third team in 3 years for Wentz and the fourth starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Only 7 players crossed 1,000 yards rushing last season, and one of them was Gibson, who made a big jump forward in his second season. Entering his third campaign, he cemented himself as one of the building blocks for the Commanders.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, he'll up to the challenge.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. On play action, it's Wentz. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not easy to hold on to.
Quite I'm sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On first down, it's Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
He did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing is Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz going to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. A run here for J.D. McKissick. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Thomas brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there. Making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. Caught on the slant. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now a first down throw. Fields.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So for Ron Rivera, challenging that call turns out to be the right decision. 2nd and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Fields.
And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz, quick slant, Dotson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They run the toss now with Gibson.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
On second down, Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards that pick up 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and nail in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now it's Fields.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Now, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
Fields now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Running for it, Montgomery. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Rock and roll, baby.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's Samuel. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery.
Get something together.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. This complete to Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are. A lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
To throw is Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Montgomery. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If he breaks down, he can take off and run.
On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. If you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Delay of game, Austin.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Wentz now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first.
Not to take it for granted, but it was business as usual for Terry McLaurin, up over 1,000 yards for the 2nd straight year. Now he gets to work with Carson Wentz in Washington and may be the best receiver Wentz has had to throw to in his entire 7-year career. That connection yields a first down with that throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz.
A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Now Wentz. Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
26 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Fields on first down.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Second down at 5. Here's Fields.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Commanders back out late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Wentz now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields. Left side, got Jones.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
3rd quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw. Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz.
Complete. It's Dotson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And Thomas has it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Again, it's Wentz.
This one left side caught by Gibson. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And now bring it up for the ball.
Excuse my snarkiness here. Isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice pace, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Let's go now, let's go.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Fields. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
The Commanders' offense set to take over.
And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to...
Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Throwing is Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Wentz.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 36, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play this called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the 1st half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. A nice little juke. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
At their own 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
John Bates, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Wentz. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Fields throw complete here to Komet.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no 1st down. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Let's go. It's showtime.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Wentz.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's McKissick.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Wentz now on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now Wentz again.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Tressway now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Read option. Here's Montgomery. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The 71 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Fields now to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert.
And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand.
So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Wentz.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wentz to throw.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
58 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wentz now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
This to make it a 2-score game.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now Fields and the Bears
down by 11, 2:25 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On fourth down, Fields. St. Brown on the catch.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I looked down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looking in zone for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
What's the deal? They can't beat us straight up.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gibson again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.